Hello there friends, how are we? It is Sunday, which means one thing, you're back in the kitchen with me, Del, at Dishes with Del, and this week we are making 3 epic salads which really take no time whatsoever to make, look absolutely incredible. You can take them to a barbecue, you can have them at a barbecue, you can even make them on the barbecue. They are quick, simple, and are showstoppers to take to pals. Whether you make all 3 or just one, they only take 5 to 10 minutes to make. They're super simple, packed full of flavour, and look absolutely insane and shout the start of summer, especially down here in New Zealand. So come with me and learn how to make these 3 epic barbecue salads. Now, before we start here, I want to apologise to anybody who may be in the other hemisphere where it's deep dark winter. I am ever so sorry. But just think, when it comes around to summer, you can click back on this and make these absolutely delicious, fresh and quick salads to make. So, what I'm going to do for all of these is use the barbecue. If you didn't have a barbecue, we would just do it in a pan, on the stove, char everything that way. So the very first thing that we are going to do is prep the ingredients that need to go onto the grill, and we're going to get them grilled off, and then we'll make each salad. These are a lovely thing to take to a barbecue, to have as a side dish, just to freshen up your dinner table in the summertime. And like I said, they're all very quick to make. So we'll make the first one, and let's get on with this, shall we? So here we have our items that we need to grill for each salad. So we're going to have the broccoli, onion and pepper will be for one salad, the nectarines are for the other salad, and the corn for the other salad. So these I've just taken out of the husks so they can go on the plate ready to go. Now for the broccoli and pepper salad, spring onions would be great. Just 2 spring onions for this, cut in half. But I actually had in my garden a really lovely white onion, so I'm going to use that. I'm just going to cut it into quarters and I'll just char grill them like that. And I had 1 spring onion, so that I'm just going to cut in half and gently cut the top. So there's a little bit of green with each side, so we can grill them. Now the broccoli you can do of one of 2 ways. You can either cut it into steaks, but I feel like you lose a lot, or we're just going to go kind of florets in half so that we can sit them down on the grill. So just cut them off with a nice bit of stem if you can. This one, it has really good long stems. Also for this, what would be great, tender stem broccoli, because then you can just season them up, put them straight on the grill. Fantastic. But we can't get hold of it here, so I'm using a regular broccoli. It will still be absolutely delicious, it being one of my favourite vegetables. And then these, just split them in half, so keep them as intact as possible, but then we have a nice flat side that we can use for the grill. So we'll just prep all of them. The pepper, we'll just say whole, and we're just gonna char grill it all off around the outside. Again, if you didn't have a barbecue to do this, a great way would be on the gas hob. You turn on the gas, light it up, and then you can sit the pepper on your gas like this and just continually turn it round until it's all blistered. So that's a really great way to do that if you don't have a barbecue. And then finally, just the peaches. So split them around here. You have your central part and a seam. So run with the seam around the fruit, and then you can just turn them and you can pop it out. And then we just need to get out this seed, which might be slightly more difficult, but you can just run your knife around the edge and pop out that stone. So they can go on too. And if you're making this peach or nectarine salad, whichever you're using, choose something that is a little bit firmer, because it's got to cook on the grill. So if it's really, really soft, it will just break up and then you won't be able to get it off of your grill, which would be a nightmare. And that's it. Everything ready, super simple, really easy. And these are just gonna make absolutely delicious salads. So I'm just gonna season these up, oil, salt and pepper, and then let's get them to the grill and get them cooking. So I like to get all the veg on the grill, and you can see here with the broccoli, you wanna get it charred, but you don't need to cook it all the way through it. It's lovely when it still has a little bite and a little bit of crunch to it. So just give it a good char. You know, as you can see here, some are nicely coloured, others are a little bit less. You want that variety. And then the pepper, we just want to seal it all the way around, make sure it's fully charred all the way on the outside, and then we'll sit it into a bowl and pop some cling film on it And that is just gonna sit and sweat so that we can take the skin off. And then finally, I've got the nectarines here. And you wanna make sure that when you cook them, you don't cook them on the too hot of the section of the barbecue, because what you want is for them to start to cook on the inside. And you'll notice here towards the end where you can actually see the juice bubbling out of the skin and stuff like that. That's where you wanna get them to, so that they have started to soften up on the inside. So here we go, all the veg done. So now we're just going to make these salads. We're just going to do one tiny bit of prep, that's to the peaches, and then we can do step by step for each one. So all I want to do with them peaches, I'm just going to pop them into a separate bowl, and I've got a little bit of thyme, which we are just going to take off the stalk, and I'm just going to finely, you know, nice and finely chop it up. We're going to add that to the peaches. And also to them peaches, we're just going to add a little small teaspoon of honey. So we'll just mix that all together while they're warm with that thyme, get it spread all over, and they can just sit there and take on all them yummy flavors while they're nice and warm to just get, oh, absolutely delicious. So they can sit in that honey and thyme and cool down a little bit. And we are just going to do the bit of prep that we need to do to the pepper to make the sauce for the broccoli salad. And then we can plate them all up. So here's the pepper. It's been, you know, you can see here the condensation. It's nice and hot in here. And then we're just going to take it out, and all of these charred bits, we're just going to peel off all the skin. So we're just going to get all that charred skin off. And then we're going to make a Romesco sauce. Super simple, absolutely delicious thing to go with the broccoli. Really great for lots of things. I mean, you know, you could put it with fish, with chicken, with meat. I mean, anything. Romesco sauce is such a great sauce, but it's just wonderful with a barbecued broccoli. So just skin it all like that and get off all of that skin. And we're just going to take the top off and take out the seeds. But obviously, as you can see here, it is quite hot still. So just be careful. Okay, so we're gonna make this Romesco. Pepper, all cleaned, seeds out. This goes into the blender. It comes from like Spain, so think them like rich, deep flavors that are just absolutely delicious. And then to this, we're gonna add some walnuts. I have here about 40 grams of walnuts, and I'm gonna put about 20 grams into the sauce base. And we're gonna save the rest for on top of the salad. I've got walnuts. You can use any nuts you have. Hazelnuts, delicious. Almonds, delicious. I mean, any kind of nut, it just adds that kind of creamy addition to the sauce. I'm gonna add in a few little bits of sun-dried tomato and a little bit of their oil. Now, I'm not sure if that is legit. If there's anyone from Spain watching, let me know. But I like to put them in, just adds another little layer, you know? And then, again, it would probably be red wine vinegar, but I didn't have any. So we're just gonna go with 2 tablespoons of vinegar, apple cider, fabulous. But you do want quite a bit of vinegar in this because you need that sharpness to cut through the richness of the other things. And then here I have 1 massive clove of garlic. I'm not gonna use the whole thing, I'm just gonna put half in. Half a teaspoon of paprika. And then for this, what kind of makes it thick and makes it a sauce is the olive oil. So you wanna add a good glug, probably 3 to 4 tablespoons of olive oil. And then we're just gonna season it with salt and pepper. Also, what is great is if you didn't want to char grill them, you could actually just use the peppers that already come in the jar pre-roasted. They're absolutely fabulous. That's an even quicker way to make this absolutely delicious salad. And then we just give it all a blend. And it really is best to do it when it's warm so that all them flavors really amalgamate. And then just give it a little taste. Oh, it's yum. That paprika is just a little bit smoky in the background. The acidity on your tongue kind of crimples your face up a little bit, but it's also creamy and rich from the nuts and the olive oil. And that is it. So let's plate up this broccoli salad. And again, this sauce really is interchangeable to how you like it with the nuts and also the texture. Like, I like mine like a little bit chunky, so you get that chunky vibe when you eat it, but you can also completely puree this and make it a smooth sauce. And then I'm just gonna add on top that absolutely delicious charred broccoli and them little bits of charred onion. You can add a few little drops more of that Romesco on top. Crumble on them last few walnuts. And just drizzle with a tiny little bit more olive oil. And that is your beautiful salad number 1 done. And what's great about this, I mean, it's summery because I've done it on the barbecue, but this could also be absolutely delicious in the winter when maybe you can get broccoli for a little bit cheaper and onions certainly. But that is just a plate of deliciousness that anyone would absolutely love to eat at any barbecue. So let's move on to the next one. But that is broccoli and Romesco salad. Now we're at salad number 2. Yet again, another absolute belter that's super crazy, easy to make. So we have charred off our corn. And what you want to do is take the corn off the kernel. Be prepared, it will probably go everywhere. You just want to go down the kernel like that. And then in with the next one. So the corn's all done, and then we're going to add to it the zest of a lime. So, you know, corn, kind of like Mexican flavors, and I've just made a creamy coriander and tahini dressing. So you've kind of got this nuttiness from the tahini, and it's creamy, and then we've got some coriander, avocado, and a little bit of feta cheese. Again, not many ingredients, super simple to make. And if you don't know how to make this dressing, up here I've added a link to my 6 salad dressings, which are really simple to make. And this is a great one because it's super quick. So we're going to add a little bit of that. But all we have to do with this is put it together. So definitely, if you can, add a bit of fresh lime, because fresh limes really have no smell like anything else. I'm just going to slightly chop that coriander, but oh so fine. I've also got a tiny little bit of mint in there too. You still want to kind of keep it chunky, but that's it. In it goes. And then 1 avocado, so just slice it up. Oh, isn't that the most satisfying thing in the world? When you open up an avocado and it's perfect. Thank you, avocado gods. You can chop it, you can add it, but I just kind of like to squeeze it. You get some chunks because we're going to stir it all together anyway, so it doesn't need to be cut up, and this is going to give it a nice creamy note anyway. And just squeeze in the other half. Avocados, so yum. So lucky here in New Zealand too, because we do get some really good ones during the summer. So then to this, we're just going to add a little bit of salt and pepper, a wee little drizzle of olive oil, and then we'll just take a small tablespoon of this, which is the yogurt, tahini and coriander dressing, and then that's it. Just mix it all together. And this is where you can then break up that avocado. You still kind of just want it in chunks. You don't want it to be mush. You don't want it to, oh, bit of skin. You don't want it to be completely and utterly destroyed and like guacamole, because that's not what we're looking for here. And that there is it. Give it a taste. Oh, the little bit of nutty tahini in this guy really makes a difference. And then once you've finally mixed it all, we're going to add in some tomato. I don't like adding this before because otherwise it just kind of gets broken up, and we kind of still want it to be a little bit chunky in there. So just cut it into chunks. And then that just gets folded through, and we serve up another absolutely delicious summer salad that's fresh and wonderful and light, and just vegetables and incredible, but you get that creaminess from the avocado and the tahini dressing, and it's just fab. And then finally on top, totally optional, but I like it, a little bit of salty feta. Oh, I mean, just look at that. And then just finally, the last little bit of that lime zest, just all over the top. Super fresh, super citrusy, and just absolutely phenomenal. And that there is another barbecued salad. Easy to make, not very many ingredients, but looks absolutely amazing. And much like the other one, if you took this to a friend's house, they'd be like, holy moly, this looks incredible. You've really put a lot of effort in. And actually, it's very simple to make, but is a great summer salad. So let's just make the last one, shall we? And now it's to the final salad. So we've got the peach one. So this is the peaches here. They've been sat and they cooled down with that thyme and honey, and oh, it just smells incredible. I mean, these things are so beautiful, and they just are sensational. So this salad, even easier than the others. The other things do not need any prep work. We just got to plate it up. So you can either keep some whole. I like to maybe cut some up, you know, depending on how many people it's for. Oh, I mean, look at them. They're just soft and decadent, and they're so beautiful in colour. But this salad is all about a feast for the eyes. So we're just going to pile on a little bit of the peaches there. I've got some amazing rocket, because this needs that fiery, hot punch of rocket. I've got some amazing basil. We're just going to tear that up, add it on. I've got a little bit of mint. That goes on too. And then for this salad, we've just got mozzarella. And I mean, what would be absolutely incredible on this salad would be burrata. That would just make this whole thing absolutely pop. But mozzarella is still absolutely incredible. Oh, just look at it. And then just break up them peaches for the top. Oh, they're just gorgeous, char grilled to perfection, piled on. I mean, incredible. Few last little leaves of basil on top, a few little bits of rocket, and then just some pepper and some salt, a tiny little squeeze of lemon. Oh my God, this just looks amazing. And then finally, just some olive oil. And that is it. The most perfectly grilled nectarines. Basil, mozzarella, and rocket. It's so fresh, it's so like Italian, it's just fantastic. And again, just looks phenomenal. So that is that last salad of peaches, mozzarella, and rocket. And this is it, the 3 salads. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely banging. We should probably just give them all a quick taste. We'll go for the sweet corn one first with that avocado. Oh. And tahini dressing. It's creamy, but it's sweet from that sweet corn. Packed full of flavour, delicious. We've got the beetroot, we've got the broccoli and Romesco. Just an absolute classic powerhouse salad, but oh, the vinegar that's in that Romesco sauce is absolutely delicious. You can taste it as soon as you eat it, and it kind of cuts through that richness of the walnuts. Another banging salad. And then this guy, he's probably my absolute favourite. Just them grilled nectarines, rocket, basil. I mean, it's like Italy on a plate. And oh my God, doesn't it taste like it too? Oh. You know what? That is just insane. I love that salad. I'm gonna eat it all day long in the summer. I hope that I've inspired you guys, and that this has maybe given you some inspiration to other things that you can do on your barbecue that's not just cooking burgers and grilling sausages, or maybe the odd bit of chicken, but actually you can make awesome vegetarian salads that absolutely rock. But I'm not going to eat anymore because it's barbecue time in my house. My mum is here from the UK. It's my partner's birthday tomorrow, so we're having a little barbecue, and this is what I'm bringing. So I've got to go, but I'll catch you guys next week. I hope that you've enjoyed these recipes, and if you have, hit that subscribe button, and that way you won't miss out on any other banging dishes coming out of the Dishes with Del kitchen, because we do new stuff every single week. So I will see you guys then next week. I'm off to a barbecue. I've done my work. Thanks so much for tuning in again. See ya.